Yes, beautiful people, we are live in full effect with What's Up with Orlando, where we're bringing you the latest and greatest in regards to what's going down in the most magical place on the planet. Yes, people, Orlando, Florida. I'm Diante Lawrence, your real estate go-to, here with another episode. So excited to share with you guys everything that's been going on this month. You're not going to want to miss it. We're talking about 1,100 acres of luxury hotel 3 miles from Disney, okay? We're talking about flying cars coming to the Orlando International Airport. Yes, flying cars, people, I know. And we're also going to get into some exciting, interesting numbers about what's going on in the Orlando real estate market and so much more. So before we get into that, I need you guys to do me a favor, okay? As soon as you guys determine, you know what, I like this Diante guy, I want you to click that like button. I want you to click that subscribe button, and I want you to drop comments in the comment section below with, what you guys think, any ideas, opinions, questions that you guys have that will mean the world to me. So let's get into it. And you know how I like to start these things with stories, especially relating to what's going on in the market to kind of ease your thoughts, get rid of that anxiety. So I'm going to talk to you guys about one of my clients, Yachty and Nelson. Okay. And their specific situation, I think, really relates to what's going on right now in the market, and more so it's uncertainty. And when you guys make a decision, right, it clears up that uncertainty. So let me get into it. I know it sounds real cryptic and stuff like that, but let's get into it. So Yachty and Nelson, I previously had helped them find a home about 2.5, 3 years ago. So some life things happen, and shout out to them. They decided to start their own business. But what that entailed is, hey, we got to sell our house and we got to buy a new house. So you can only imagine there's thoughts going 100 miles an hour. How do we do this? I heard the market was this. I heard the market was that. But this is what I want you guys to really rest on and understand. All it takes is us sitting down, okay, and having a conversation about your situation, about your plans, and what you're willing to do to reach your goal. So with selling and buying a house, you can understand it was pretty complex. But what we did is first we sat down and talked about the things that they needed to do in order to get the money that they were looking for to sell their property. Okay. We talked about the condition of the home. We talked about how we needed it to be staged and all the components that were necessary in order for us to get the home sold. Now, on top of that, the caveat to that is we needed to sell and buy at the same time. Okay. So what was truly important in making this a successful transaction for them was communication and trust. And that's something that we developed throughout the process. So once we had our game plan set on selling the home, we then moved on to what type of home do we want to buy? Where do we want to be? What is our price point that we're willing to do? Are we going to be able to not only sell our home in time, but convince the other listing agent to give us some extra time to move in the property? So we took that on. We put a plan in place for that as well. And we moved parallel along each other in regards to selling the house and buying the house. And surprise, we sold it, right? So we sold the house and we found the house at the same time. So the end of the day, it kind of was a little bit hectic at first, but once we kind of got the ball rolling, got into our plan, everything moved smoothly. And that's what I want to convey to you all, right? I know your friends and family and the things that you see on social media may kind of scare you a little bit, but literally all it takes is a sit down, a meeting for us to really, truly look at your situation, because that's what matters. Your situation, see what's going on. There's no crystal ball that anyone has that's telling you, hey, you need to sell in 7 months, or no, you need to sell now. No, it matters about your situation. And we deal with what the current market is at that time. And that's what Yachty and Nelson did. And they love their new home that they're at. The property that we sold is the highest price point property in that neighborhood when we sold it, because we followed the plan. We made sure everything was tidied up, and we continued to communicate with each other and tinker what we needed to tinker. So I hope that encourages you guys, especially early on in the year. If you have an idea about, hey, I'm looking to sell, hey, I'm looking to buy, let's just have a conversation, right? And see where that takes us, right? So don't be scared. That's the moral of the story. Everybody say with me, don't be scared. All right. Type in the comment section below, don't be scared. Okay, so
don't be scared. Don't be scared.
Rich. We hype in here. So I'm excited to get into what's been going on with this huge news I was alluding to before. So Conrad Hotel, people, you guys are going to be like, what is going on here? So Conrad Hotel, right? It's a Disney area beachfront luxury hotel, guys. It's literally 3 miles away from Disney. And if you haven't heard about this thing yet, it is absolutely incredible. Rich, have you already heard about the Conrad Hotel? Yeah, I know you and your family have a lot of outings and stuff like that. Are you familiar with this yet?
I heard a few things about it. Don't know much about it, but I'm actually excited to hear you tell me about this hotel, because we're always looking for new experiences in Orlando to do. We just found out about this bounce house in Florida Mall today. Whoa. So, and this actually Conrad Hotel sounds like it's a very luxurious place.
And, you know, every time we're on this episode, I end up getting Rich into situations to where his wife and his kids are like, oh, man, we got to go here. So my apologies up front, Rich. You're probably going to end up having to book a hotel here, you know, sometime this year.
I'm sure Jenny's going to be excited about the spa. They have a spa.
Yeah, so he already knows it as a spa. So check the specs out on this place, guys. 1,100 acres. 1,100 acres. I want you guys to Google how big 1,100 acres is. That's where this hotel is sitting on. So the reason why it needs to be so big is you guys going to understand, right? So let's get into the amenities. And I'm not even going to be able to get into every single amenity that this place has, or we'll be sitting here for another 40 minutes. So let's do the big ones. 5 restaurants. 5 restaurants in here, okay? So we're talking about the Coastal Southern Italiana, okay? I wanted to do something fancy, but it didn't come out right. So Coastal Southern Italian food, okay? Contemporary Mexican food, unique tastes, and different type of cuisines are all throughout these 5 restaurants. As Rich was talking about, they got a spa in there. For all my golfers out there, 2 Jack Nicklaus design golf courses, the Link course and the Florida course. But we're not stopping there, because it's not just about golf. It's just not about eating. We can do some business here, guys. 65,000 square feet of event space is in this amazing facility. Flexible indoor and outdoor, which I think is super unique, especially with our Florida vibes. I love when March and April comes around, when it's between like 70 and 80 degrees.
Is this in a rooftop? Is it on the rooftop that they have?
One of the outdoor spaces.
Okay, look at this picture right here. This looks insane.
Boom. See what I'm talking about? We got to be there. And it's overlooking everything, guys.
I mean, this looks exactly the kind of bougie that I like now. I'm my late 30s, so I like a little bit more bougie. So this looks perfect for me, Jenny.
See, we already got him, people. We already got him. So that's just the event space. I think this is actually one of the restaurants, Rich. So that's going to be fire. In addition to that, 20 acres, people, 20 acres of its own white sand beach. All right. An 8-acre crystalline lagoon. You guys aren't understanding these numbers right now. 20 acres of a white sand beach at a hotel. What are we doing right now? We have 8 acres of a crystalline lagoon.
Is that the lagoon right here? The one that I'm pulling up? Is that the one?
Look at this.
That looks almost like the hotels that you over there in Punta Cana.
Yes, where you can swim everywhere, literally.
This looks beautiful.
It's amazing. They got aquatic adventure areas complete with water slides, rope swings, water sports. Needless to say, they did their thing with this hotel, and you guys are going to hear so much more about it. And like I said, 3 miles from Disney. So you already know the influx of people that are going to come in and want to enjoy the amenities that this amazing hotel offers. And, you know, The funny thing about living in Orlando, we have so many of these great things we forget. And it's like, dang, I got to actually go out there and experience this instead of just telling people to go. So I'll probably also, just because of my man Rich, I'll go out there and, experience it with him because I got him into this situation. Okay. So
you always get me into situations.
And listen, guys, I'm about to get him in another situation because I have a amazing date night for you guys. You guys are going to love this, especially all of my foodies. So check this out, okay? Winter Park
Diante, you're killing me right now. I'm trying to be on keto. I'm trying to eat good after the holidays, and you're over here about to give me some fire restaurants that I'm going to have to schedule tonight.
I'm just saying, man, Valentine's Day is coming along, and what better way than to take your significant other to a Michelin chef's restaurant?
All right, I'll dig it.
Let's go. So Winter Park is getting a Michelin Star chef here. Okay, guys. So check this out. February 1st, it will open. I hope I am not butchering the name of it, but it's going to be called Omo by Jaunt. And it's going to be just off of Park Avenue in Winter Park. Okay. So for my people who frequent Winter Park, I know a number of you guys who are watching this. A lot of my friends are foodies. So this is going to be over by that Lyman Avenue. What used to be there was Sushi Pop. But this is where this restaurant is going to be, and check out how exclusive this thing is. It's going to feature a French, Japanese experimental pricks.
I think the link you gave me might not be for the restaurant. Is this the right link?
No, this is just the ad.
Okay, so, that was just.
this is just the article.
Okay,
so it's not showing the actual restaurant. That's how exclusive it is, people.
Okay, what is the name? Maybe I can pull it up for.
It's going to be Omo by Jaunt.
All right, let me see if I can pull it up.
Right. But going into this is how crazy this place is. It's only going to seat 16 guests. 16 guests, people. So that is why it's going to be so exclusive. And it's going to be a perfect special date, anniversary, whatever, for your significant other. Now, Chef Ryan Rathino, okay, is the Michelin Star chef. I'll give you some background about this gentleman. He worked in a tourist corridor for 5 years before moving on to the co-found Hive Hospitality. Okay, that operates 2 Michelin Star Jaunt and Michelin Star Bresca, both in Washington, D.C. So if you guys love my pronunciation of these restaurants, comment in the comment section below. If you guys hate my pronunciation of these restaurants, comment in the comment section below and give me some lessons on how to pronounce fine dining restaurants. Okay, guys, I'm elevating, I'm a basic palate kind of guy, and I need help with these things, and that's what I have you guys here for. But
I gotta say, you're anything but basic.
I appreciate it.
You are everything fly. You are.
So these restaurants were in Washington, D.C., and because of them, Ratino was recognized as the Michelin Guide DC 2023 Young Chef Award winner. So we got award winners coming to Orlando, Florida with their Michelin star restaurants that you guys are going to absolutely enjoy. According to this, February 1st, it will be released. And once again, with only 16 guests, you guys can only imagine how long that wait list is going to be. So you're going to want to get on there now. And you welcome, Rich, because I bought you some time, right? So maybe we can plan it out a little bit further in the year. You don't have to go immediately, so I'm spacing it out.
I'll tell you what, you get a date. I'll grab my dates and we can make it a fun night, a grown-up night. Okay, I'll tell you that. It's a deal. It's a deal.
Okay. But I have to get a date, people. But that's nonetheless, we'll move on. Okay. We're in the future. We've been in the future for a while now, but we got flying cars, people. We got flying cars. Once again, we have flying cars. So check this out. Orlando International Airport. A new bill was filed by Florida House Representative who proposes using the Orlando International Airport as a testing location for air taxis and other advanced air mobility. We are in the future. The future is now, people. So HB 981, filed by Doug Bankson, set up regulations for powered lift aircraft operations, including Department of Transportation endorsements and how local municipalities can determine locations of Vertiports. And I love the name of this, Vertiports. Okay, so just imagine, right? We have our landing pads right here, and they just fly up and go away, right? Vertiports, I think, was a great, whoever coined that term and copyrighted it and got it trademarked, I think they should, make all the money that they deserve.
I think we're supposed to be the first in the world to open a hub, and we'll be able to fly to Tampa all over the coast. I'm actually really passionate about this project because I've been following this for about 5 years now.
See,
you can find them on YouTube. You can see how cool the aircrafts are. They just take off, and they're going to be. I think the airport's going to be about 2 miles from my house.
Yes. And one he's also speaking of is the Vertiport that's also going to be over in that Lake Nona area as well, because there's a company over there, Tavistock Development Company, announced their hub is going to be there in 2025. Right. So more of the story, Orlando is the place to be if you want a Vertiport. Okay, so we got it in Lake Nona. We got it in the Orlando International Airport. So super exciting things that are really coming, all jokes aside, guys, that are coming to Orlando, not only to stimulate the economy, but keep in mind, we were just speaking about an 1,100-acre hotel. What does that entail? Employment, right? That entails jobs, but that also entails money coming into our communities, which improves our infrastructures and allows us to continue to thrive as an amazing city. So I love seeing and hearing this big news that we have going on in, once again, the most magical place on the planet. So
also a community tip you might not know for the ladies out there, Target is coming to Lake Nona.
Target, people, for if you don't know about that, you cannot go into Target and not spend $150. So good luck, Lake Nona. Stimulating the economy. Good cue, Rich. So let's get into all my real estate people that love the numbers, love getting into what's going on with our Orlando market. Let's go ahead and take a look at that. Now, remember, these reports come from our Orlando Regional Real Estate Association. So right now, at the time of this recording, we are in the month of January. So this report actually comes from December, because if we're still in January, we don't have all the numbers, right? So even though this is the January report, okay, we're getting December's numbers. So I know that was a lot, but follow me. So if we're checking out the numbers right now, our inventory is actually up, which is good. Our buyers have more options. And what I was alluding to that I really want you guys to pay attention to is our average price in regards to interesting numbers. And we're just going to talk about numbers. Last month, I was telling you guys prices rose. OK, this month, the average price in Orlando is $450,842, a 6.9% increase compared to last year. Okay. In addition to that, the median price, the price that is in the middle, right? It's not the lowest, it's not the highest, is $367,250, a 4% increase from the previous year. Okay. Our average days on market right now is about 49 days. So almost 2 months. All right. And our monthly supply actually went up as well. So all those numbers right now are indicating a solid market. So once again, going back to our story prior, depending on your situation, that is what should determine what you and your family do. Not listening to, the cousin who, loves conspiracy theories and, hasn't bought a house during the complete downturn in 0809, didn't buy a house in COVID, didn't buy a house when the interest rates dropped at 3%, didn't buy a house last year, even though their interest rates were high, but you could go to a new construction and get a 4% interest rate. Didn't buy it then. They're never going to buy it, period. Okay. So before I go on a rant, all right, I just want you guys to look at your family's situation. Okay, and make a decision based off of that, because ultimately, if we're looking at the numbers, some of us are going to be priced out, right? If it continues to go like this, right? So these are some solid numbers. And once again, they're from our Orlando Regional Real Estate Association that pulls all these numbers. So we can track these things every single month and every single week to make the best decision for our families. So to wrap it up, getting into kind of our last thoughts, we asked a question on the last video. One of you guys responded. Shout out to Edilo B. Sanchez from Instagram. And he answered the question that we asked last show. What is one goal you're planning on accomplishing in 2024? And he said he's going to develop a level of discipline beyond what I've had before. So shout out to you. Next question for you guys. Okay. So I want you guys, once again, as always, I love your support. I love you guys interacting, and I want to know more about you as people. So the question for today, drop it in Instagram. Okay. What is your favorite quote? Remix that. Okay. So the question that I want you guys to answer is, what is your favorite quote that you live by? Drop that in the comment section below. Drop that on Instagram, and I would love to hear from that, and we'll read it out on the next episode. So as always, guys, I love and appreciate you. Thank you for continuing to show love, continuing to support, and always remember in real estate, there are only two people that can get you exactly what you want, okay? That's D and you. Talk soon, guys. Peace.